So my friend Alan, my best friend in the world, he comes over to my house for dinner one night after his client gave him a bunch of these super powerful small magnets. I mean, these magnets, they're not real big. These magnets are so powerful that if you can put them underneath a table, you can put one under here and the other one on the top and they'll hold. Then you can move it back and forth and the magnet on top will move. These magnets aren't real big. These magnets are pretty small. The largest, most powerful ones are maybe 1 inch by a ½ inch by a ½ inch in a rectangular form. Now, after dinner we sat around, we put the magnet underneath the table, the one on the top, and we moved it around, and it would follow and it would just go around. And then if you pointed it a certain way so the polarity was weird, the magnet would go ahead and chase the other one off the table. Now, being a typical boy, I got pretty bored with this after a few minutes. So I thought, what else could I do? I decided to put these magnets in my hand and dance around with it like this. Before that I had one here, and you could hold it. And the magnets would stay right there without falling down on the ground. This was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen. I'd never seen magnets so strong that all you had to do was put them there and they'd hold. So after I put this magnet in my hand and I started dancing around, like a typical boy, it was not enough. I needed more. I needed more excitement. So what did I decide to do? I decided to take these two magnets and I put them one on each side of my face. And I started to hold them here, and you could feel the power of the magnets pushing through my cheeks. And it felt really, really cool. And I told my friend and his wife how cool it felt. And they looked at me like I was nuts. Now that is when I started thinking, what else can I do? Or should I say I wasn't thinking? And that is when the dumbest, most idiotic, painful idea that I have ever had in my life came to mind. I thought it would be really cool to take this magnet and put one on each side of my nose. Now, did you know that the human body, by the end of the day, has produced a small sheen of oil, especially on people's face? Now, there was just enough oil on my nose right here that when I put those magnets on and I let go, what happened wasn't what I expected. I expected the magnets to just stay there and I'd get a laugh from all my friends. Hey, look at me, look at me. But oh no. What happened is they came right down and slammed together on my septum. The most excruciating, horrible pain that I've ever had. Now, have any of you ever pinched your, reach up right now, pinch your septum. Just squeeze that and feel, imagine how bad that hurts. Now remember what I said earlier. These magnets are so strong you cannot pull them apart. The only way to pull them apart is to have somebody twist it and slide and two people to pull because they're so powerful. Well, I'm struggling for a breath. My eyes are popping out of my head. They're like this big. And I'm like, I'm shaking. I'm shaking because this is so painful. It hurts so bad and I'm trying to draw breath in. I can't get a breath. I want to scream. I can't scream. I can't get anything. And I pull. No success. The second time I try to twist and it pinches even more. It is the most excruciating pain that I can experience. The third time I knew I had to give everything I had because I had to get these magnets off. So I grabbed them and somehow I released them and I threw them down on the ground and I took a huge breath. And I no sooner had taken a huge breath of air than what do I see? I see my best friend and his wife on the floor, rolling around, just laughing at me because they thought it was so hilarious. For 30 minutes, they wouldn't stop laughing. I had a huge blood blister right here on my septum from where those magnets had pinched. The moral of the story is, don't play with magnets that you know are really powerful.